Okay, welcome back to the quarterfinals. We've got the women's semifinals locked. So they're done. And now we're going to get to the second half of the men's draw. We already have Alcaraz versus Zverev in the top half. And now we're going to see if Djokovic Musetti can provide us with an entertaining clash. They've had some pretty interesting... I think they've had some pretty interesting matches over the time. Even though the head-to-head from a long shot doesn't look good. But when you look at like individual matches, they've played a few close matches, and this one could be one of them because Musetti's playing really well this week, and Djokovic got an extra day off. So let's see how that works too. But how are we doing, chat? What is going on? I have to say, you're by far the best. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for hanging around. And then tonight we've got Sinner versus Shelton. How much sleep do I get? I get enough to survive. What do you think? Who do you think are the smartest players? I would put Pegula and Djokovic up there. Anyone else? Oh, there's a lot of smart players. Medvedev. Djokovic's going to serve first. I put $200 on Shelton to win in 5. What do you think? I wouldn't have done that, but I don't know about that. You think Djokovic's kids will become pro? I don't know. Should we be putting that much pressure on him? Probably not. We should probably just watch Djokovic for now. All right. So they're on court. And they are warming up. It's not a hot day today. It's actually a rather nice day. So yeah. Sinner has won 21 sets against Shelton. Yep, in a row. Yeah. Yep. I think Shelton can get a set tonight. I don't know. I don't think he's going to beat Sinner. That would be a huge upset. Lorenzo after the 4th? What do you mean it's Lorenzo after the 4th? The 4th of what? Shelton almost got a set last year. I mean, yeah, there's a few times where Shelton's almost got a set. You know, he's played the tie break or he's had break points, set points before the tie break. But he just can't get that set of Sinner yet. Maybe if he gets a set, things change. But morning from South Africa. What's up? How you doing? Shelton can surely force a tie break. Well, yeah, I think if it wasn't a tie break set, one of the sets wasn't a tie break, that would be really disappointing. But we'll talk about that later. When we watch that. What's going on, Linda? Welcome back. Let's see if Musetti can do something impossible. 1 second. Here we go. Yeah, food delivery right on time. Shelton hasn't dropped a set. True. So that's interesting. Any chance for Musetti? I think Musetti has a chance, yes. But a lot has to go right. Shelton will probably take a set. I hope so. I mean, that'd be real, especially if it's the first set, right? That would be interesting. Like if Tommy Paul had taken the first set against Alcaraz a couple of days ago, that would have been interesting. You know, if Sinner or Alcaraz lose the first set, that's when those matches, at least we get 4 sets minimum, right? Unless Shelton wins. And if he wins in straight sets, then that's insane. But yeah, the first set is so important for every opposition of Sinner versus Sinner and Alcaraz, right? All right, here we go. The third quarterfinal between Djokovic and Musetti was the third quarterfinal, but it's just between those two. Djokovic comes to the net and wins the first point. And it's 15-love. I don't know what I said. Did I say Djokovic in 5? Can't remember. Djokovic in 4 or 5 for me. 4 or 5. I can't remember. All right, serve. Into the back of Musetti. Back into Djokovic down the line. Great shot. Musetti can't get it. 30-love. I said no lane 4. No lane 4 then. 30-love. No worries, old school. All right, 30-love. Serve out wide is a fault from Djokovic. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Musetti. Return is shanked. And wide. 40-love. Also, chat, we're almost at 200 likes. Don't forget to like the video. If you haven't already, we have Sinner coming up next. Or later. He's coming up in like 3 hours. I mean, this could go for 3-4 hours. So, almost next. And then tomorrow, we have nothing happening during the day. We just go straight to the night session. And that's when we kick off. As Musetti wins the first point of his day. 40-15. $40-15. Great return there, Musetti. Djokovic serves again. That's a fault. Second serve. Currently in Australia, it's 3:30 p.m. Second serve. Into the forehand of Musetti. Return the forehand to Djokovic. Musetti forehand again to the forehand of Djokovic. Down the line now from Nole is long, and it's 40-30. $40-30. All right, 40-30. As Djokovic wins the first game. Okay, 1-0. When it's close, your prediction proved wrong. Okay. Cool. All right, one love. Do you want to swap seats? You want to sit here and I'll comment in the chat. We'll swap seats. One love Djokovic. As Musetti serves. A fault. Second serve. Have they turned the air conditioning on and closed the roof? No. It's not that hot. It's only 28 degrees today. It's actually a nice day. And it's overcast, so the sun's not even a problem at the moment. Love 15. We say he has to go for shots like Wawrinka used to. I agree. He's got to go for his shots. Serve. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Return. To the forehand of Musetti. Cross court the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti. Down the line, the backhand of Djokovic. Musetti, backhand slice. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Again, the forehand of Musetti. That's into the backhand of Djokovic. Musetti. Forehand goes wide. Love 30. Nervous start from Musetti. He's just trying to push things a little bit too much. My prediction bracket is officially cooked. Yeah, I can't remember who I had in the final. I think I had Anisimova, Sabalenka, I think. I did have Djokovic versus Sinner, so that's something. Forehand to forehand rally. Has a slice from Musetti. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti slice, but Djokovic puts away the volley. Love 40. Jeez, Djokovic is not mucking around. You had Anisimova, Swiatek, Sabalenka, Andreeva. So, bum bum. All right, good volley. Nole to take the break. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Serve into the forehand of Djokovic. Return the backhand of Musetti. Sliced into the slice of Djokovic. Musetti. Forehand into the slice of Djokovic. Musetti forehand again. Is a drop shot. Djokovic gets it. Musetti with a half volley cross-court winner. Beautiful pickup by Musetti. 15-40. As Musetti serves again. A fault. Second serve. Serve in front of Djokovic. Four now from Musetti. That's a good shot. Nole puts up a lob. Musetti puts away the smash. 30-40. Two saved. All right, serve again. Still Djokovic with the break point. Serve in the back of Djokovic. Good return. Musetti with a forehand goes long. Too good. Novak Djokovic, 2-love. The roof is open. The roof is open. All right, 2-love. To love. All right. Djokovic to serve. And serves the fault, second serve. As Djokovic double faults. Love 15. Love 15. As Djokovic serves a fault again. Second serve. Serving to the back of Musetti. Cross court the back of Djokovic. Drop shot's good. Musetti gets there. Djokovic volley. Musetti can't get it. 15-0. All right. 15-0. Why didn't they give Djokovic night match? He can't handle the heat. Chat, have I explained? I'm pretty sure I've said it 5 times already. 15-0. Maybe am I not saying it out loud? I've said it already, right? I've answered that guy's question like 10 times, right? He's not listening. 15-0. As a return goes into the back of Djokovic. Back in now from Musetti. Into the back of Djokovic. As Musetti back in again. Slice into the slice of Djokovic. Musetti backhand again into the volley of Djokovic. And that's in the net by Nole. 15-30. Yeah. Yeah. Bad miss by Nole. Wasn't the hardest volley. 15-30. As Djokovic does another fault, second serve. As a return, goes back into Djokovic. Slice from Musetti. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Cross court the forehand of Musetti. Djokovic cross forehand again. Musetti gets it back. Djokovic forehand again to the forehand of Musetti as Djokovic goes with the forehand down the line. Musetti slice. Into the slice. Djokovic drop shot again. Musetti can't get it. And again, Djokovic just drop shotting Musetti to pieces. 30-0. Great drop shot again. I mean, is it 2 great drop shots? Okay. 30-0. Serving to the front of Musetti. Musetti in the net. 40-30. All right, 40-30. As the backhand return goes in the backhand of Djokovic. Djokovic in the net. Another unforced error. Deuce. Deuce. As Djokovic serves again. Into the front of Musetti. Return. To the front of Djokovic. Musetti backhand slice. In the net. Advantage Djokovic. Hasn't quite started off super clean yet, these guys. Both making errors. Advantage Djokovic. As he serves the fault. Second serve. Second serve in the forehand of Musetti. Forehand from Djokovic. To the backhand slice of Musetti. Djokovic. Backhand down the line is wide. Back to deuce. Nearly a 6-minute game here. Nole is fighting against Heat and Musetti. Deuce. All right, deuce. If this weather is hot, then yesterday was unlivable. Deuce. Yesterday was the surface of the sun, if today's hot, all right? Forehand passing shot, no good. Musetti puts up a lob to try and catch Djokovic. He almost does. Nole hits it in, though. Another lob. Oh, and Djokovic shanks it. And he laughs at himself, but that was a poor miss. That was a tough smash. Why didn't he let it bounce? Advantage Musetti. Jeez. He almost missed the first smash. And then the second smash, he might have just, I mean, that was a horrible technique. Maybe he didn't time that well at all. It dropped down and he almost hit it like this. Like it didn't reach at all. It was almost like it dropped too low. Anyways, Musetti with the break point. Drop shot Djokovic. Musetti gets this one, but hits in the net. God, he's killing him with these drop shots. I think that's 3 drop shots for Musetti. 3 drop shots for Djokovic. Musetti standing too far back. All right, deuce. Serve again from Djokovic. By the way, chat, Djokovic, Musetti, winner plays Sinner or Shelton will be in the night match on Friday. 4 now from Musetti. That's a winner. Just. Oh, this is an ugly start. All right, back. Advantage Musetti. Another break point. Advantage Musetti to get back on serve. Serve to the forehand of Musetti. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Oh, Nole in the net. Musetti break. All right, Musetti gets the break. And we're back on serve. 3 games, 17 minutes. Marathon is the name of the game. Man, poor by both. Both are not playing well at all. But here we are. How many degrees? It's like 28. It's a nice day. All right. If Musetti wins this first set, I think he goes 5. Okay. Beautiful day in Melbourne. It is a beautiful day in Melbourne. It's a little humid, but that was this morning. I think it's changed now. Okay. Musetti gets back on serve. Let's see what he can do. 2-1 Djokovic. Musetti says a fault. Second serve. As a return from Djokovic is a winner. Yeah, Musetti needs first serves. Penko out of the doubles. Well, we're just going to have to wait for that rematch. All right. Love 15. Return. In the net by Djokovic, 15-all. Yeah, I already thought for sure this is going to be a long match, right? We already knew that. Even if it was going to be straight sets, it was always going to take forever. It was never going to be over in 5 seconds. These guys don't play quick. As a return goes in the backhand of Musetti, backhand of Djokovic is wide as he tries to go to the line. And it's 30-15. Return goes in the forehand of Musetti. Djokovic backhand. Into the forehand of Musetti is Djokovic forehand again. The forehand of Musetti into the backhand of Djokovic. As Musetti slice. Djokovic goes cross court with the forehand. Into the forehand of Musetti. Again, the forehand of Djokovic. But Djokovic hits it wide. And it's 40-15. 40-15. As we have a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back of Djokovic. Forehand Musetti as Djokovic hits. No, Musetti hit it out. 40-30. As the return goes in the forehand of Musetti, he hits a drop shot and Djokovic gets it. Musetti with a slice. Djokovic forehand again to the slice of Musetti. Djokovic back on the baseline now. As Musetti backhand cross court. Djokovic gets with the forehand inside out to the backhand slice of Musetti. And Musetti hit it long. We're at deuce. Nice hustle by Nole. It's the best chance that Musetti has against Djokovic. No. That would be on the clay. All right, deuce. As Musetti serves the fault. Second serve. The return goes back into Musetti. Forehand Djokovic to the forehand of Musetti. To the backhand of Djokovic. Musetti forehand into that. Djokovic forehand as Musetti goes down the line. Djokovic backhand cross court. Musetti slice. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti backhand cross court again. Djokovic gets it with the backhand into the forehand of Musetti. As Djokovic backhand down the line. Oh, he hits it long. All right, advantage Musetti. 15-shot rally. Okay. Advantage Musetti. Serves a fault. Second serve. As Djokovic returns into the backhand of Musetti, Djokovic forehand to the forehand of Musetti, into the backhand of Djokovic. Musetti. Forehand again to the backhand of Djokovic. Djokovic hits it wide. 2-0 in about 25 minutes. 2 games all. 11 unforced errors from Djokovic already. Okay. 25 minutes. 4 games. I don't think we're starting on time tonight. I don't think Sinner's going to start on time tonight. I don't know why. All right, back to Djokovic. 2-0. Okay. Nole serves again. And Djokovic lets this lob bounce, and then he puts away the smash. No, Musetti puts it up. It goes in, bounce smash again. He puts that one away. And it's 15-love. All right, 15-love. As the return goes into the forehand of Djokovic. Nice shot. Musetti with another lob. Bounce smash Djokovic again. Musetti gets it back. To the backhand of Djokovic. Musetti. Again to the backhand of Djokovic. As Musetti on the stretch. Djokovic goes cross-court wide. Another error by Djokovic. 15-0. Another error. All right, serve again. Into the forehand of Musetti. Good return. Djokovic gets it and hits it wide as he tried to go down the line. 15-30. As Musetti with a return winner. 15-40. And a big shout from Musetti. Nice backhand, Musetti. Great shot down. It was a serve volley by Djokovic too. Kicked out wide, but Musetti backhand down the line. Beautiful shot. Great shot. All right, 15-40. Musetti slices it back into the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti on the stretch puts up a lob. Djokovic hits it on the full. He gets it. Musetti puts another lob. Goes in. Bounce smash again, Djokovic. Musetti back in the rally. Great defense as Djokovic comes to the net. Slice Musetti. Djokovic volley. Musetti pass. It's a lob. It goes in. Djokovic puts up a lob now. Musetti bounce smash. Winner! Musetti's won 3 games in a row. He's the lob king. He's making Djokovic hit all these smashes. And he can't put any of them away, Djokovic. 3-2 Musetti. He has the lead with the break now. Crazy rallies, Musetti. I mean, he's just like, whoop, whoop. Just throwing the ball up as high as he can. Jeez. 5 games for 30 minutes. Well, that's normal. All right, Musetti gets the lead. And Djokovic missing that one smash. Musetti's just making him work on that shot. He's like, you want another smash? Try another one. Do it again. Try and hit another smash. Like, just working him. Djokovic is smashing. Djokovic, one of his weaknesses. But yeah. Okay, here we go. Musetti to serve. Trying to consolidate this break. All right. Here we go. Back to Musetti, who was down 2-love. Nearly down 3-love. But got the break back, and now he has the break and leads.
Hasn't Musetti done this twice? Starts with a 2-set lead and the Djokovic wakes up. Tonight might be the one where he holds the level 4-3.
I mean, look, we're a long way from 2 sets of love, but he has done that, yes. He has. Thank you for the 5. 15-love. He said he serves again. To the backhand, Djokovic in the net. 30-love. 30-love. Okay. As the return goes out by Djokovic, 40-love. Love Musetti to take the 4-2 lead. First serve's a fault. Second serve. And he's going to return now the backhand slice of Musetti. Djokovic forehand down the line. Musetti with the backhand inside out to the forehand of Djokovic. And Djokovic in the net. 4-2 Musetti. Musetti. 4 games in a row. 4-2. Okay. Now, Musetti has won sets against Djokovic, so this is not... It wouldn't be outrageous for him to win a set. But Djokovic is also playing pretty bad at the moment for his standards. A lot of errors from Djokovic. Musetti's playing well. He was playing bad at the start. He was hitting a lot of errors at the start, and then he cleaned it up. Djokovic has to do the same if he's going to come back here. Return goes in from Musetti. That's just too good. Now Musetti's got confidence, and this is getting scary. Love 15. Beautiful forehand return. Love 15. Hello. Oh, you were in the sun, were you? You're in the sunbake. Hey? All right, love 15. Djokovic serves again. Into the slice of Musetti. Djokovic forehand to the forehand of Musetti. It's Djokovic forehand again. Musetti backhand pass! Wow! I thought Federer retired. Love 30. Djokovic is like, why? Why'd you do that shot? That was epic. That's why one-handers are great. That's what makes one-handed backhands so good. Love 30. He wants that double break. And Nole having a bit of go at the umpire. Love 30. As he serves again. Into the back of Musetti. Return goes into the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti gets another free point. Nole hits it long. Love 40. Shocking by Djokovic's standards. As the return goes in from Musetti. Volley. Djokovic is good. Musetti can't get it. 15-40. Nice serve volley. 15-40. I think Djokovic might have got a foot fault. Is that what they were saying? Is that what happened? He had a foot fault, I think. Or it was time violation. Or the crowd. All right, still break point here for Musetti for a double break. Second serve. Into the back of Musetti. Djokovic, forehand, down the line. Great shot. 30-40. Beautiful shot. 30-40. Shout out Serena. 30-40. Still break point, Musetti. As we return into the forehand of Djokovic. Forehand from Musetti on the stretch. Djokovic down the line forehand. Good. Musetti slice. Djokovic comes in with a drop volley. Musetti's going to get there. Oh, he almost hit it. He almost got it. But he missed it, Musetti. Deuce. He almost smacked that straight through Djokovic. It would have gone straight at him. And that would have been a hard volley to handle. Jeez, that would have been... that could have been something. Yeah, please stop spamming. It's really annoying. Ooh, that could have been real tough for Djokovic. He had the whole court open, but the pace of that shot would have been difficult. Deuce. As a return into the forehand of Djokovic. Forehand from Musetti. Cross court. Djokovic gets it and hits it back past what's his name? Musetti. Cross court winner. Djokovic with the advantage. Next game is going to be really interesting. Because Musetti, he was up love 40. I mean, that was a massive chance to almost take this set, just lock this set in. But now it could be 4-3 and Musetti's nowhere, not that far ahead. Advantage Djokovic. Serve. To the back of Musetti. Return goes to the back of Djokovic. Musetti. Backhand down the line. Djokovic gets with the forehand cross into the forehand of Musetti. To the Djokovic backhand. And Musetti with a slice cross. Into the drop shot of Djokovic. Goes wide though and Musetti got it anyway. So either way, it doesn't matter. It would have been, Musetti probably would have got the point had it gone in anyway. Okay, deuce. Back to deuce. Djokovic plays the love 40 gambit again. Ah, yes. The old love 40. Oh, the trickster. What a trickster. Yeah, put yourself in a love 40 hole and fool your opponent to thinking they can win. Oh, that damn love 40 gambit. What a trickster. If he wins this set, you're onto something. Backhand rally. Musetti with a pass. Oh, he didn't need to do that. He could have hit a little bit more of a routine backhand pass instead of a fancy flick. He overhit it. I mean, he overran it, Musetti. He could have probably taken it a little bit slower and hit an actual pass instead of smacking it down the line long. Advantage Djokovic. Thank you, Rehit. Appreciate it. All right. Musetti returns the forehand to Djokovic. Musetti to the backhand of Djokovic. Is Musetti with a slice. Djokovic with the forehand cross court. Musetti gets it. Djokovic forehand down the line. Musetti gets that too with a slice. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Musetti. Forehand. Winner. Back to deuce. Deuce. All right, serve again from Djokovic. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As return goes in the forehand of Djokovic, but no, Musetti hit it long. Advantage. Djokovic. As the return goes in the net, Djokovic holds. Okay. Djokovic 4-3. Sorry, Musetti 4-3. Djokovic holds after love 40 and a break point at advantage as well. So 4 break points in that game. Okay, how we doing, chat? Townsend was knocked out as well. So Penko and Townsend both lost. They really don't want to play each other, do they? They both lost the doubles. Okay. Is Nolly making no first serves? He's missing a lot, more than he should. Novak should retire from tennis for good. He don't have it anymore to win slams. People still think he can. The answer is no. God, are you fun at parties, or do you get invited to parties? All right, 4-3. Musetti with the break, but this is going to be a very testing game. Because Djokovic, Musetti should have been up 5-2. He could have been up 5-2. Let's see. Wow, Djokovic got a time violation on return of serve. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, that doesn't happen very often. Usually the server gets a time violation, but Djokovic as the returner gets the time violation. If that happens again on return, Musetti gets the point automatically. As the backhand return, Djokovic goes out. 15 love. So the way it works, if you don't know what time violations are, so the way it works, if you they've got a shot clock, right? 30 seconds. Is it 25 seconds between points? And at the change of ends, when they sit down, they've got, I think, 90 seconds. And if you're not back on the court ready to go, then you get penalized. And if you're serving, which is the more common time violation, as with a forehand inside out to the slice of Djokovic, lob goes up, Musetti smash, puts that away, 30 love. Then you get a warning. But then after that, every time you get a time violation on your serve, you lose your first serve, right? So you have to do the second serve. Now, if you the opposite, which is, I mean, it's a pretty big penalty, right? But on the return of serve, if you're wasting time or you're not getting back in time for the time, and you get a time violation on returns, you get a warning, and then you start losing points. So if Djokovic again doesn't get there before Musetti is, or while Musetti's ready to serve, he will lose the point. That's the point penalty, which is, I feel like, way harsher than losing a first serve. Like, losing a first serve obviously sucks, right? Losing a first serve at 30-all in the fifth, that's not great. But getting a point penalty seems very harsh. But what can they do, right? The returner has to get penalized somehow. 30-15. But yeah, Nole is not having fun out there. He's not having a good time. He's making a lot of errors as well. All right, first serve is a fault by Musetti. 30-15, second serve. Second serve. To the forehand of Djokovic. Return goes back and slides Musetti. Djokovic, forehand cross court. Musetti pass. Djokovic drop volley in the net. Throws his hands up after missing that shot. 40-15. Another unforced error. All right. Musetti for a 5-3 lead. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of Djokovic. Return goes wide. Musetti, 5-3. 5-3 Musetti. Djokovic going to serve to stay in the set. All right, serve. It's too good. Musetti in the net on the return. 15-love. Djokovic is really making so much errors, costing him a set. Yeah, there's a lot of errors coming from the Djokovic racket. 15-love. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. The forehand of Musetti. Return goes in. The forehand of Djokovic. Musetti, backhand slice. It's Djokovic. Forehand cross court. Musetti with a slice on the stretch. Gets it. Djokovic. Forehand down the middle. Musetti gets it back to the backhand of Djokovic. Into the forehand of Musetti. And Djokovic forehand again. Cross court. Musetti with a slice is in the net. 30-love. Djokovic starting to pick up the pace. 30-love. Love. There's a return. Goes the forehand of Djokovic. Backhand lob by Musetti. Bounce smash from Djokovic. Musetti gets it back with a slice forehand, but it's in the net. 40-love. Might be the best game Djokovic has had on serve. 40-love. Love. Serve and volley. Good hard pickup by Nole, but Musetti's there with a forehand winner. He got there easily, Musetti. 40-15. All right, ace. Djokovic holds. Musetti's going to serve the set. All right. This is going to be a very tricky game for Musetti. Can he take the set? All I know is Djokovic is losing this one. Okay. He's losing right now, yeah. Women's final, Sabalenka, Raducanu. Cool. You're a great caster. Thank you, Pod. Appreciate it. Djokovic is talking to the umpire. I can't hear the umpire. And Nole's like, you could have given me a heads up. Yeah, Djokovic is not happy that he got a warning. He goes, I know rules are rules, but you could have given me a heads up, like a little bit of a hey, you're taking a little bit too much time. Yeah, Nole's like, hey, can you give me a little bit of a heads up? You know, because and he's fair to say that, because a lot of players, the umpire usually says, hey, you're taking a bit too much time, speed it up, and then they give him a formal warning. But Djokovic is saying that they went straight to, the umpire went straight to formal warning. They didn't even go, hey, Nole, you're taking your time. I mean, they don't have to give him a courtesy warning, but a lot of players do get a courtesy warning. The umpire doesn't want to give out time violations most of the time. They usually give a pre-warning. And then if he does it after they tell him, then they're going to do they're going to play by the rule, right? But yeah, Djokovic is not happy with the call. Anyways, love 15, he wins a point. Musetti completely misses that backhand slice. Shocking backhand by Musetti. Love 15. This will be the toughest game of the match for Musetti so far. Musetti serves. Ace, nice. 15-0. As the return goes in the net by Djokovic, 30-15. And Musetti says the fault, 30-15. Second serve. Second serve. Into the front of Djokovic. Return out. 40-15. Hey, Musetti, great serving as he tries to win this set. Great serving. Musetti. He serves. By the way, chat, I have not addressed the disrespect that Djokovic is getting from people in chat, thinking that he's about to lose a set and he's going to lose. I mean, do you read? Backhand return. Do you know the stats? As it a fine now from Musetti, cross court into the front of Djokovic. Musetti goes down the line for a winner. That is just way too good. Gee, Musetti just muscles it. Takes the first in an hour. Just under an hour. 6-4. Musetti takes the first. And now Musetti didn't Musetti win the first set in the last match? Yeah, he won the first set 6-4 and lost 6-3, 7-5. He also won the first two sets in their first ever meeting. We all know that in the Roland Garros 5 years ago. 12 winners, 8 errors by Musetti. Djokovic, 9 winners and 18 errors. Shocking set by Djokovic's standards. But great set by Musetti. I mean, he was also playing bad at the start, but it got much better. Djokovic, though, he is playing terrible for his level. This is best of 5. So Djokovic losing the first set is not really that big of a deal. If he's down 2 sets to love, that's a different story. But at the moment, Djokovic losing the first set in a 5-setter, there's no alarm bells needed. But great stuff from Musetti. Musetti was cooked in Athens. Yeah, maybe there was a little bit of a reason why Musetti was, he had to play so many matches, but then he also had to play the ATP finals, and that was really, that was tricky for Musetti. I tell you, Musetti played a hell of a set in the second half of that set when Djokovic was hunting him down. All right. But, chat, you don't become the greatest player of all time by losing the first set 6-4 and then just falling over and just, giving up. You become the greatest of all time by losing the first set and not panicking and fighting back in the second. And we've watched Novak Djokovic. If you think this is over, you haven't watched enough Novak Djokovic. Because he used to do this for fun. If you remember in 2021 and 22, he'd lose the first set and he hasn't started yet. He just got here late. So if you're thinking this is over, you're crazy. Or you're just wishful thinking. And I know Musetti doesn't know he doesn't think it's over because he's been up 2 sets to love, and it wasn't over then either. And the Djokovic fans know, don't worry about it. We're not panicking. All right, 6-4. Musetti returns a winner. I tell you, Musetti's hit a bit of a hot streak in the last 10 minutes. All Djokovic can do at the moment is just not give Musetti 3 points along with these winners. All right, love 15. Serve again. Into the forehand of Musetti. Djokovic forehand. To the back of Musetti. Oh, it landed in! I don't think Musetti meant to hit it that good. And it landed in love 30. He took the pace off it on the backhand there, Musetti, the cross-court winner. Djokovic came to the net, and Musetti with I don't know if he meant to hit it there. He said sorry, so obviously he didn't mean it, but he didn't mean to hit the shot. But, that good, I guess, but yeah. Love 30, Djokovic to the fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Djokovic. Forehand Musetti is a winner. Love 40. Djokovic isn't not panicking. Musetti is just caught fire. All right, love 40. Djokovic serves. Into the forehand of Musetti. He shanks the return. All right. Served down the back of Musetti. Return goes forehand to Djokovic. Musetti backhand pass. Djokovic drop volley. No, it's a volley deep. Musetti with a lob. That's just too good. Just too good for Musetti. Too good. Djokovic with a good volley and thought it was going to be a second volley. He was bracing, and then Musetti went over the top, and he's like, I wasn't ready for that. Musetti, phenomenal game, that one. 3 winners. With the backhand. Oh, that backhand. When he's hitting that topspin backhand, man. But then, the lob. So smart. Because, again, Djokovic was ready for everything but the smash. Okay. Setting a break. Setting a break. Set and a break. As the return goes in the back of Musetti. Djokovic backhand. Into the forehand of Musetti. Djokovic. Down the line. Winner. Love 15. Love 15. Musetti serves again. There's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Musetti. Musetti in the net, love 30. All right, love 30. Djokovic trying to get the break straight back. Serve is a let. Serve again. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Return goes to the forehand of Musetti. Djokovic, forehand. Down the line. Musetti's there with the backhand. But it just kicked up on Musetti and he couldn't control it. Love 40. Love 40. To get back on serve. As Musetti serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. To the forehand of Djokovic. Return is good. Slice Musetti in the net. Break back. God, I can't even read the chat because every second person is like, retire, retire, retire. Oh my God. Too old, retire, too old. Can't handle it. He's done. Ah, chat. Come on now. You don't believe that. 1-1. You don't believe that. You want that. Some of you want that to be, I should just retire because, I'm scared. All right, 1-1. Backhand return. Goes in the forehand of Djokovic. Forehand out from Musetti. Again to the forehand of Djokovic. Down the line, the back of Musetti. Sliced into the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti. Pass. In the net. Love 15. How many points in a row is that? Love 15. He starts to turn down the errors, Nole. This is going to be very tough, very quick for Musetti. As the return goes out by Musetti, 30 love. $30 love. Serve again. Is a fault. Second serve. 30 love. Sorry, I mean 15. What did I say? It's 30 love now. Backhand goes wide, 30-15. 30-15. It's that time of the tournament where my brain is fried. And I'm just reading from top to bottom. So love 15 because I was looking at 0-15. I read the top score first. 30-15. As Djokovic serves into the forehand of Musetti. Return goes to the forehand of Djokovic. Cross court the forehand of Musetti. Djokovic goes down the line. Musetti with a slice. Nole's forehand down the line's working well. Inside out forehand hit the tape. Goes into the forehand of Musetti. As Djokovic forehand cross court. Musetti gets it. Cross court again to the forehand of Djokovic. Goes down the line long. Ooh. Just overhit that one. 30-0. But those down the line forehands that Djokovic is nailing. They're keeping Musetti awake. Where did the term tennis originate from? It originated from France. 20 unforced errors from Djokovic in this match. So far. Good serve. Return goes in. Djokovic cross court. Musetti pass. Djokovic volley. Musetti backhand. Pass! Djokovic volley. Too good. That was a great pass by Musetti on that backhand. Djokovic was ready though. 40-30. The roof is not closed. It's open because it's not hot. All right. Serve out wide the backhand of Musetti. Backhand of Djokovic down the line. Musetti on the stretch. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Great recovery, Musetti. Djokovic backhand. Into the slice of Musetti is Djokovic. Backhand again. Off the tape. Doesn't go over. Deuce. And Djokovic having to talk to himself. We get to deuce. All right, serve again. As a return goes in, the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand Musetti. Into the Djokovic forehand is Musetti. Down the middle. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Just going down the middle at the moment. Djokovic now with the backhand cross court in the nets. Advantage Musetti. Advantage Musetti. Or as the umpire said, advantage Musetti. All right. Djokovic with the fault. Second serve. As a return, goes to forehand of Djokovic. Forehand from Musetti. Oh, he nearly fell over Musetti. As we get a forehand. Oh, Djokovic overhits it. All right. The errors keep going. But Musetti gets the break again. 3 breaks to start the second. Yup. All right. 2-1 Musetti. Okay. Now, are there any comments? Is there anyone in the chat? Put a 7 if you're here. 7 if you're here. 2 if you're lurking. 4 if you're on the toilet, because I know there's somebody out there. Somebody's out there. They're on the toilet right now. I know you are. I know you are. You shouldn't take your phone. It's gross. So the organizers want Nole to run out. They organize the match at 2 p.m. It's not that hot. If I see one more person say, it's too hot outside, they need to close the roof immediately, I'm going to lose it. It's not hot. Stop crying. $100 on Djokovic, okay. How about sleep listening? Okay. Rebecca looked great. Okay, 2-1. Musetti with a set and a break. Can he consolidate this time? It's too hot. Close the roof. It's not hot. Close your mouth. As that goes in the net from Djokovic, 15-love. $15-love. Musetti serves again. Another good serve, Musetti. It's over now. Oh no, it's over now. Oh, it's over. Oh no. Oh. All right, first serve, the fault, second serve. As a return goes in the backhand of Djokovic. Slice Musetti. As Djokovic forehand to the forehand of Musetti. Djokovic backhand. Again to the forehand of Musetti. As Djokovic forehand again to the forehand of Musetti. Oh, Musetti just missed the forehand down the line. 30-15. By the way, where is this conspiracy theory that Djokovic is losing because the roof is open? Who started this and why? We should get them out of here. Who started this? Who started this lie? I demand to know. Who wrote in the chat, Djokovic is losing because the roof's open and then everybody's gone with it? Because that is not true whatsoever. And you're all losing your damn minds. 30-15. Forehand out, cross-court Djokovic, that's out because the roof's open. 40-15. You've lost your minds. All right. Musetti to consolidate. Musetti serves. Ace out wide, all right. Consolidates this one. 3-1 Musetti. Setting a break. Third ace of the day. All right, 3-1. If the roof was closed, the ball would move slower, and that would have been in. That's what I was saying. That's why I said it. I wasn't being a smart ass. I was saying it. That's why I said it. You are, yes. Congratulations. Gold star. You knew what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying. Anyways, lob goes up. Djokovic smash. Puts it away. 15-love. See? Somebody was thinking. 15-love. Serve from Djokovic again. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Musetti. Good return. Djokovic cross-court forehand. Musetti gets it. With his forehand into the forehand of Djokovic. Forehand of Musetti. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Now to the slice of Musetti. But Musetti in the net. All right. 30-love. All right, return from Musetti into the forehand of Djokovic. Forehand of Musetti. Djokovic goes again, the forehand of Musetti. Djokovic backhand cross-court. Musetti's there with the backhand slice. There's Djokovic backhand in the net. And it's 30-15. All right, 30-15. As it backhand now down the line to the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti goes down the line to the backhand of Djokovic. As it a backhand again to the backhand of Djokovic. Now Musetti with a forehand. Djokovic gets on the stretch. Musetti backhand in the net. All right, 40-15. Just to stay close here, Djokovic. First serve is a fault, second serve. And the fans, too, have to hear crying baby in the background all the time. That's my dog. She's asleep. Leave her alone. 40-15. As the backhand return, goes into the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand slice Musetti. Djokovic with a forehand down the line. Musetti with a backhand down the line winner. Beautiful shot. 40-30. That's why we love one-handed backhands. That's the shot. Beautiful shot. What a backhand. They keep showing the replay, and I love it every time. They keep showing the replay. All right, 40-30. Serving to the back of Musetti. Slice goes short. Djokovic comes in. Puts it away. All right, Musetti with the set and a break. But Djokovic is up a set and a break. Djokovic is hanging on. Okay. 3-2. How are we doing, chat? Cam, do you think they will give Djokovic a statue placed there? Oh, man. First, I'm going to say this. If it were me, I'd say they should. Yes. I think they should. 10 Australian Opens is amazing. Just like they should give a statue to the, well, Rafa's got one at the French, right? Yes. But the problem is, unfortunately, people still have a bad taste in their mouth from what happened in 2022. And if there was a statue of Novak Djokovic, Australians have, there's a lot of Australians that have a polarizing view of him. There would be issues that could come up. So that's the problem. I think he should have one for sure. If they can put it in a place where it wouldn't be exposed to the public, that people could go up to it and ruin it, because there will be dickheads that do that, just because of they don't like him, right? So yeah, they wouldn't topple it, no, but people could deface it, right? If they could put it in a place where it wouldn't be subject to that, and I'm not saying it would happen, I'm just saying that it just opens the door for people that don't like him, because he's not like Rafa at the French. The French love Rafa, right? They love him. Everybody there loves him, right? So having a statue there is not a risk. But the problem with that, with Djokovic having a statue, would be that risk. But if they can figure it out, they should definitely give him a statue, because he has 10 Australian Opens, and he'd be the first non-Australian to have a statue at Rod Laver Arena or in the area, right? Love 15. There's a slice down the line of the forehand of Djokovic. Forehand now from Musetti. Again to the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti wins a point. Djokovic in the net, 15-all. All right, 15-all. Serve. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Back in now from Musetti. Djokovic back into the forehand of Musetti. Again to the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti goes down the line. Djokovic there with the backhand on the stretch. Musetti. Drop shot. Too good. 30-15. Wow. What a drop shot, Musetti. He is playing some crazy shots today. Why don't Australians like him? No. It's not Australians don't like him. Some don't like him. Because they're still hung up on 2022 when he was let into the country and then banned and people were in a bad mood back then. 30-15. Back in the backhand rally as we get a slice now from Musetti into the backhand of Djokovic. Down the line to the forehand of Musetti. Musetti hits it out 30-0. Yeah, some people just still have their face out of joint because he was allowed to skip the rules of no traveling and no coming into the country unvaccinated. Again, by the way, chat, we've talked about this many times because it was 4 years ago and it's happened, and we were talking about it a lot at the time. As far as we know, it wasn't his decision. Like, he wouldn't have come here if he wasn't allowed in. He came here because he was told he was allowed in. So whose fault is that? Forehand now goes wide by Musetti, 30-40. But there's a group of Australians that just don't like him. But they also didn't like him before. Like Djokovic, I mean, Wimbledon, US Open, Australian Open, like there's always been that, people just didn't like Djokovic for some reason. And there was, and you would, I mean, if you've seen all those things that come out on the news, if you've seen like the last couple of years, there's been those stories where like reporters have said things or whatever against Djokovic. I mean, last year was a great example, right? I mean, there's that kind of thing happening. And that's been going on forever. In Australia too. As we had a slice down across court, breakpoint Djokovic here, Musetti backhand. Into the forehand of Djokovic, Musetti, cross court forehand is Djokovic. Down the line, Musetti's in trouble. Djokovic forehand again. Cross court, Musetti gets there with a slice. Into the forehand of Djokovic, Musetti just hanging on to this rally. Djokovic inside out, forehand in the net. Oh, man. Musetti did well to hang on. Deuce. But yeah. So it's not that Australians don't like Djokovic, because I'm Australian, I like Djokovic. But there's a group of Australians that just don't like him. They never liked him. Maybe it's because they liked Federer and Nadal, right? And they were like, well, like that when Djokovic came up, everyone, like Federer and Nadal, people had chosen a side. And then Djokovic came in, and I think people were like, well, we've got two. We don't need a third. And there's a lot of those people that are like, can't accept that Djokovic is better than those guys and hold that against him. As we're smashing out of the backhand of Djokovic. Forehand now from Musetti. Into the forehand of Djokovic, who hits it in the net. We get to advantage Musetti. Advantage Musetti. To go to 4-2, I tell you, Musetti's hanging on to this break. Djokovic is throwing everything at him. Okay. All right, Musetti to stay up the break. As Musetti, forehand winner. Good hold. Jeez, Musetti, he's doing well. He's doing well to hold. Djokovic is doing everything to get this break back, and Musetti is just holding him off. Just go away. Stay away from me. Okay. All right. Pretty good defense from Musetti. Oh, yeah. That was a good hold. The mad thing is that Musetti ain't won a title since 2022. Yeah, I know. But he's been super consistent without any trophies. All right. 4-2 Musetti with a set and a break. But Djokovic has been trying to get back in this. He's been very close the last couple of games on Musetti's serve, but he's unable to get the break back yet. Has a bit of fault second serve. By the way, we're not having a GOAT debate in the chat. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. Somebody asked a question about statue. We're not having a GOAT debate. So everybody just move on. We're not talking about who's the greatest. The answer is simple. Novak Djokovic. If you don't, you can have your favorite, but that's the answer. Move on. The GOAT debate's been dead for 3 years. Right? It ended 3 years ago. All right, 15. Love. Djokovic serves. Fault, second serve. Serving to the forehand of Musetti. Forehand from Djokovic. Into the forehand of Musetti. Down the line to the slice of Djokovic. Musetti with a slice. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Musetti backhand slice again. Into the backhand of Djokovic. He goes down the line. Musetti forehand cross. Djokovic cross-court forehand winner. Just a simple slap. 30 love. GOAT is not only titles. Okay, weeks at number 1. I mean, wins over his best opponents, like winning records over his biggest rivals. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we having this conversation? It's simple. Come on now. 30 love. Come on, it's silly. You don't have to like it, but you can't like there's no argument in the world that could change that fact that Djokovic is the greatest of all time. Has got a forehand drop shot in the net by Nole. 30-15. As Djokovic forehand cross-court winner, 40-15. 40-15. Djokovic to keep Musetti in his sights. Djokovic serves again. An ace. All right. Here we go. Djokovic keeps hunting him down. Coach.
Pancho Gonzalez is the real GOAT. Thought you might like to know.
Thank you for the $15 and educating me. He coached Jimmy Connors, didn't he? All right, 4-3. 4-3. RG 2 sets to love down. Novak came back against him. He did. But Musetti's better than he was back then. Also, Musetti retired that match, unfortunately. But this is Djokovic. This is where Djokovic thrives. Also, just for fun, right, while we're talking about 2 sets to love, how many times did Novak come back from 2 sets down here? Because I don't know if he hasn't had to, right? Has he come back from 2 sets to love down here before? It's won 105 matches, lost 10, right? Ridiculous. He's played 20 Australian Opens. He's won 10 of them. So every second time he plays this tournament, he lifts the trophy. Insanity, right? Only Rafa better at the French, right? So he has never come back from 2 sets down. He's only ever been 2 sets down 4 times. But he has never come back from 2 sets to love down in Melbourne. That is very strange. But it shows his dominance. So
thanks, Cam.
Hey, thank you, Cam, for the 10. Appreciate that. It shows his dominance that he's never had to come back from 2 sets down, but he's never been 2 sets down and won, which is a little concerning. It's the first time for everything. Hey, Stan won a 5-setter at 40 the other day against a kid. So a 38-year-old Djokovic coming back from 2 sets down against the number 5 in the world. It's getting a little harder to convince myself that could happen. But, I mean, it's Novak Djokovic, right? Return goes to the backhand of Musetti. Down the line of the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti. Forehand goes long. 15-0. Serve again. As Musetti says a fault. Second serve. As we had a backhand from Djokovic to the slice of Musetti. Djokovic backhand in the net. Oh, that was poor, that one. 30-15. All right, as we're backhand slice. And that goes out by Musetti. All right, 30-all. 30-all. As we to serve again. And that's a fault. Second serve. Chance here for Nole. Oh, he serves the second serve. Ace Musetti. Jeez. What do you do? Fourth ace, and it's on a second serve. Hey, thank you, SF, for the $5 super sticker. Appreciate that. All right, Musetti is clutch. Serve again. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Return the forehand of Musetti. Djokovic. Into the slice of Musetti. As Djokovic forehand goes in the forehand of Musetti. Cross court the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti. With a forehand cross court again to the forehand of Djokovic. And Djokovic hits it wide. Musetti keeps that break. But again, Djokovic is getting in these games, but Musetti's just hanging on with those good serves or those good shots at the right time. Man. Eddie.
We can always rely on you, Cam. I'm rooting for Novak. Here's what's been a scary encounter thus far.
Thank you, Eddie, for the 10. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to be here all year. All right, 5-3. Djokovic serving to stay in the set. Musetti hits a return winner. Love 15. Love 15. As we get a fault, second serve. Second serve to the backhand slice of Musetti. Djokovic comes in with a volley and puts it away. Lovely serve and volley by Nole. 15-0. It's won 15 of 26 points at the net, by the way. as he serves an ace. 30-15. This Novak's last chance at 25? No. Because he's not retiring at the end of this tournament. 30-15. As a let from Djokovic. There will be, chat, I know this sounds crazy. But just bear with me. There will be a tournament where Alcaraz and Sinner don't win. And don't make the final because one of them lose or one of them gets hurt. You know, that happens. Injuries happen. It's just whether or not Djokovic is going to be around long enough for that to be a part of that. That's the question. There will be a time where both Sinner and Alcaraz don't make the final. It will happen. As Musetti with a flick forehand. Oh, he missed it. Just lucky for Djokovic because he almost accidentally hit that on the way through. There will be a time, whether or not that's this year or next year, there will be a tournament where Alcaraz and Sinner both miss the final. And now, kind of like 2009 French Open, right? For Roger. Oh, Djokovic said he touched the ball. Nice. No, I did touch the ball. 30-all. So Djokovic did hit the ball as the ball went through. Oh, that was close. I mean, he could have. Djokovic could have said nothing and it wouldn't have mattered because that was so close. He puts it away anyway, 40-30. Great sportsmanship from Djokovic, but you couldn't tell on the replay. On the replay, it didn't look like he touched it. It looked like the ball and the racket were like in line, but it didn't look like there was no deviation. Doesn't matter. If he had said nothing, I don't think anybody would have cried about it. But 40-30. I mean, that might have just been like as a psychological move. Good sportsmanship, and Mussetti's like, oh wow, thanks. I just got broken. You know. Anyways, back at Djokovic into the slice of Musetti. Djokovic forehand cross court. Musetti gets it. Djokovic down the middle. Musetti with a slice backhand. Goes into the backhand of Djokovic. And Djokovic in the net. We get the deuce. But yeah, it didn't look like he touched the ball, but he would know, right? Because he hit the ball. All right. Big point coming up. I feel like this Australian Open on the men's side for sure. There's been a lot of good sportsmanship. I feel like it's been a very good, there hasn't been too many on the men's side. On the women's side, there's been some fights, but on the men's side, there's been a lot of moments like that where they've been like, I actually didn't, I wasn't ready, or blah blah blah. As return goes into the forehand, Djokovic backhand slice Musetti. Djokovic slices it back. Musetti with a forehand cross court. Djokovic gets it, but it's in the net. Advantage Musetti for a 2-sets-to-love lead. Okay. Advantage Musetti for a 2-sets-to-love lead. Serving to the slice of Musetti. Djokovic with a drop volley. Musetti gets it. Oh, he went around the net, but he missed it just. That would have been a crazy way to win the set. He just missed it wide. That would have just been like, all right, 2-sets-to-love and the shot of the tournament. Cool. All right, deuce. First serve, default, second serve. Yes, my couch is a tennis ball. Yes, it is. Second serve. Into the forehand of Musetti. Great return. Djokovic backhand goes into the backhand of Musetti. Djokovic on the stretch. Musetti in control. Djokovic hits it long. And Musetti gets another set point for a 2-sets-to-love lead. Man, Musetti's hitting the ball so deep in the court too. Which is just not allowing Djokovic to do anything in these rallies. All right, for a 2-sets-to-love lead, Musetti. Djokovic serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve in the forehand of Musetti. Return is into the backhand of Djokovic. Musetti. Slice on the stretch. Goes down the line. Djokovic to the forehand cross court. Musetti gets it. And hits a winner down the line. Oh, Musetti doesn't even celebrate. He knows the job's not done. Musetti's up 2-sets-to-love and he walks to the chair like he lost the set. He almost looks sad to be winning. He's just locked in. He's like, I've been here before. I'm not going to make that mistake again. I've been here before. Against this man, trainers out Vinole. Trainers out. It might be blisters on the feet. He did have an ankle injury, a foot problem the other day. Yeah, he's got a massive ass blister. Yeah, do not show me that. That is nasty. Anyways, 13 winners, 9 errors from Musetti, 10 winners and 13 errors from Djokovic. Now see, so chat, I don't want to be that, well, I'm going to be that guy. So, having a big blister like that, that's just unlucky, right? Anyone can get blisters at any time, but do you think maybe the lack of matches, the lack of play, or maybe Djokovic did hit it? Well, he did hit it because he said he did. It's close. Did the ball deviate off the racket? Djokovic looking at the screen and said, I hit it. And that did change. I mean, if Djokovic doesn't admit that, or the umpire doesn't call that, if Djokovic, maybe it would have been level. But again, he did the right thing, Djokovic. Like, he made the right call. He hit the ball and he admitted it. But yeah, Djokovic is getting a medical timeout on his foot. But he's just getting retaped. He's got a big blister on his right foot. Do you think this level of Musetti can damage Sinner? It depends on how Sinner plays tonight. I think tonight's match, if Sinner has a struggle against Shelton, Musetti's got a chance. But it depends on how tonight. If Sinner does what he did against Bublik at the US Open, then Musetti might be scared because Musetti's never done well against Sinner. I think one time he did well at Monte Carlo on the clay, but he hasn't done well against Sinner. Tomorrow, both women's semis are in the evening. Yep, they are both at night. I want to see Draper back. Well, he'll come back next week. In Davis Cup, I think. God, that blister is huge. Yuck. Oh, gross. Don't look at the chat. Close your eyes. Don't look. Look away, chat. Look away. Gross. Even Djokovic was like, that hurts. That feels uncomfortable. No, he's like, yeah, that stings. Look away. Look away! Don't stare at it, you freak. Don't stare at it. No, Zverev will not win a slam. Okay. I looked at it. No! Look away. Clay is not Sinner's favorite service. Musetti might win something like Monte Carlo. Yeah, maybe. I think Musetti will win Monte Carlo eventually. That feels like he could win that. With the crowd support and also the first tournament on clay for a lot of players, cause upsets. So Musetti could do that. Zverev could easily start winning slams at 28 plus like Stan. I mean, I don't know about easily, but yeah. Just woke up, didn't expect the score. Yeah, Musetti's playing well. And Djokovic is struggling. And again, maybe because of the foot, it's on his dominant foot. The right foot for a right-hander is the foot that you probably use most, at least with the ground strokes. Like you hit your forehand, you put a lot of weight on that side, and on the backhand, you put your weight on it if you're doing a closed stance. But yeah, he's definitely. I mean, maybe the errors can be tied to the foot. Like that's why maybe he doesn't want to put so much weight on it. Anyways, Musetti serving first as well. So this is also not good for Norway that Musetti is also serving first. But Chad, if anyone's going to come back, it's Novak Djokovic. But he's never come back from 2 sets to love down in Australia. That is astounding. He's won so many matches here and he's never had to fight back from 2 sets down. So it's going to be an effort as Musetti hits a winner. When was the last time he came back from 2 sets to love down? Let me check. He hasn't come back from 2 sets to love down since the US Open where he came back against Jera a couple of years ago. He also came back from 2 sets to love down against Sinner, obviously, at Wimbledon 2022. He did against Tsitsipas in the French Open 2021. He came back and won against Musetti. Musetti gave him a retirement in the 5th, but he did come back from 2 sets down there, and that doesn't count officially, but it does count. But yeah, so it'll be the 8th time if he can do it, and the first time in Melbourne. So that's what Djokovic is at 38 trying to do against the world number 5, current world number 5, future world number 3 potentially after this tournament. Musetti forehand goes wide, 30-15. Novak should wear the blister-free Lacoste. Well, it's probably too late if you got a blister already. Now, has Musetti lost from 2 sets up? That's a question. Because, I mean, Djokovic coming back, we all know what he can do. But has Musetti ever lost from this position? I would say, besides the Djokovic match that I mentioned, I would say yes. But has he recently? No. Oh, wow. Musetti's only ever lost once from 2 sets to love up, and that was back at the French Open 2022, where he lost the first round to Tsitsipas from 2 sets to love up. And the Djokovic match where he retired, so twice, and both of them were at Roland Garros, and both of them were 4 years ago. 19-2, when he goes up 2 sets to love Musetti. So, again, the chances of Djokovic winning this match from now, it's all getting harder and harder. All right. Musetti, yeah, Djokovic, man, that foot looked painful. That looked like a tough move. Djokovic in the net on the return. 1-love Musetti. 1-love in the 3rd. By the way, chat, where are you watching from? Let me know in the chat. Where are we watching from? Where are you watching from? We got Hawaii in the house. What's up? We got Toronto, San Diego, Bali, London, Scotland, Seattle, Virginia, Hong Kong, Poland, Chicago, Russia, Philippines, Sweden, Budapest, Vietnam, Romania, Cyprus, Thailand, South Africa, Ireland, Singapore, Pakistan, Senegal, Slovenia, Honduras, Kenya, Egypt. We got Texas in the house, Cameroon in the house, Rhode Island. All right, 15 love. Indonesia, Luxembourg, Mexico. There's a backhand rally. Musetti overhits it. 15-0. Ethiopia in the house. Vegas, Greece, India, France. All right, 30 love. First serve is let. As the return goes out by Musetti, 40 love. $40 love. Serve again. Into the forehand of Musetti. Good return. Djokovic backhand to the backhand of Musetti. Musetti hits a winner down the line. 40-15. 40-15. Hi, all from Italy. Hey, what's up? Might be a good day for the Italians. $40-15. Serving to the forehand of Musetti. Backhand out from Djokovic. Musetti backhand slice. In the net. 1-1. One game all. In the third. All right. So we've got Sinner versus Shelton coming up in about an hour and a half. Tomorrow we start at 7:30 p.m. So we start later tomorrow night than we have so far, which is interesting. All right, love 15 is Musetti in the net. Love 15. And Musetti serves. Fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault. Love 30. All right, Djokovic just stretching out the the hip muscles. Serve again from Musetti. There's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back of Djokovic. Return the forehand to Musetti. Djokovic wins the point. Love 40. Musetti hit it long. Love 40. Who has a better chance of getting the slam, Shelton or Pegula? Pegula. All right, break point Djokovic to get the early break in the third. Serve is a fault. Second serve, Musetti. Serving the forehand, Djokovic. Return the backhand slice, Musetti. Djokovic, forehand. Is good. Musetti with a slice. And Djokovic puts it away. Musetti gave up the point. What happened? What happened to Musetti? Why did Musetti move like that? Did anyone else see that? Something bad happened. What happened? He literally just stopped. Musetti's got the trainer. Oh, he's done something to his hip. When he went lunging for that shot, he's got a hip problem. It might be a groin. The second he went out to that shot, he just stopped. And he didn't look good as he walked to the chair. Now he's got the trainer. Oh, this sucks, chat. This is shitty. It looked like he did something. Like, the second he stopped, he just went. And he just looked super, super stressed. Something bad's happened to Musetti. Djokovic is just chilling. He's like, yeah, I got a blister. Musetti's got the trainer. I don't know what they're working on. It looks like a right leg, like a groin or like hip. Wow. So here we go. They're going to show a replay. So Musetti was playing fine. I think, yeah, something wrong before that last shot. Called the trainer. I don't know. This might just be precautionary because he feels like there's some pain. He might just feel some pain and be like, I just need to make sure this is okay. Might be just like a little too safe. But he's looking pretty stressed, Musetti. Yeah, Musetti's got the trainer. All right. It didn't look like much, but he just... It looks like it might be hip. Or like high up on the thigh. He's getting it worked on now, but... They're saying that it might be something he already knows, but he already had this issue before, and that's why he's not really responding to it, because he's like, oh, not again. You know, like... Musetti's in... Is he going to cry? He's in tears. This is terrible, chat. This is terrible. Oh, so they just said that the one... When he got hurt against Alcaraz last year, I think it was in Monte Carlo, it was on the other leg. But he would know that feeling, even if it's on the wrong leg. He'd know that, oh, that's not good for me. Djokovic is stretching his legs. I'll tell you, the winner of tonight's match will love this, because one guy's got a big blister, the other guy looks like a hip issue. Novak stretching out his legs. I mean, but Musetti doesn't look happy. He looks devastated, really. Djokovic got the break. Yeah, Musetti looks he's just like this. Like, Musetti just looks shattered. And he doesn't look optimistic about the massage either. That sounded weird. He doesn't look like the trainer's massaging the issue, but he doesn't look like, he's just like, it looks like Musetti's like, I have to retire at some point. Like, he doesn't look, like Musetti doesn't look optimistic. Yeah. Okay. The trainer's just kind of like trying to give Musetti a pep talk, but shit. But he doesn't. Musetti does not look happy at all. And Djokovic, I mean, he's doing everything. Like, he's stretching his legs. He's like, yeah, I'm fine now. His coaches are talking to him. I mean, Nole's just like, I'm ready to go. We're going to play 5 sets, right? All right. Let's see how Musetti moves after that. Oh, man. Can't end like this. The problem with Musetti is that he's had so many injuries before, and he does retire. He has retired matches. So if it was somebody like, that had never retired a match, and even if they were injured, they'd do everything possible, you would be like, well, he's not going to retire because he never has, but he has retired matches. And if he feels like he can't play, Musetti might not continue the match. Like, I don't know if Musetti's he might play this set, but if he can't compete in this set, he might just call it. They're not even sure. Like, he's not. He didn't even move to the first point. 15 love. Second serve, Djokovic. As Musetti returns the back of Djokovic, Musetti forehand again, the back of Djokovic down the line. Musetti on the stretch hits a cross court winner, but that was a Hail Mary. He knows it. He's gone to the coaches, being like, I can't move. I would be shocked if Musetti finished this match. The way that he's reacting now, I would be shocked. He doesn't look like he's up for the fight. He slaps a return. Djokovic gets it back. Slice Musetti is a drop shot. Djokovic goes with a forehand winner down the line. And yeah, Musetti's just doing big returns, drop shots. He's not playing. He doesn't want to play the points. And he looks devastated. And he definitely grimaced on that drop shot. He hit that drop shot and he's like, that hurt. He looks defeated, yeah. It sucks, man. (30-15). Serving the back of Musetti, return down the line's a winner. No, Djokovic gets it with a lob. It's in the net though. Again, Musetti is going to just hit out. If he gets the break back, Musetti might just go, you know what, the serve is going to be interesting. But he might, if he gets a break back here, he might just go, you know what, I might just swing for the fences and try and accidentally win this set and get out of here. Doubt that he plays the semis if he wins this match, but who knows? Maybe the injury feels better. Great return, but Djokovic digs it out. Musetti's not going to get it. And Djokovic is like, oh, you're playing this game. All right. I think Nole knows. He's like, I just have to be out here as long as possible, and you're either going to give me the win or I'm going to win it. Djokovic knows that Musetti's not running back for anything. And he's smart enough and experienced enough to know how to play this match now. 40-30. Return goes up. In comes Djokovic. Bounce smash win up. 3-1 Djokovic in the third. God, man, I tell you, you just want Musetti to keep playing. Like, you're up 2 sets to love. You might be down a break. Just stay out there. Unless it's something that could get worse. Obviously, you don't want to make things worse to be out for 6 months. But you're just like, man, you've done so much hard work. And the crowd know it too. He's not. I mean, he looks shattered, mate. Musetti serves. I think the serve is going to be the worst thing for him. The twisting on the serve. Anyways, flying out down the line, Musetti goes long. It's love 15. Like, he can't put any power into that. When did it happen? They didn't show when it happened. It just sort of happened. Serve. There's a fault. He can't use his legs. Second serve. To the forehand of Djokovic. Musetti backhand slice. Drop shot. Djokovic gets it with a forehand winner. Musetti's calling it. I think Musetti's... No, he was walking to the net. He hasn't called it yet. He's thinking about it. Love 30. Underarm serve. I mean, I don't know. Serve in the front of Djokovic. Return Musetti. Backhand winner. Yeah. He's going to hit those. 15-30. Yeah, Musetti can't run. He can barely serve. As with a fault second serve. Double fault. Musetti's calling it. This is so disappointing. Poor Musetti. Holy shit. Man. Djokovic is into the semis. I don't think he's even happy. Nole's just like, whatever. He's like, whatever. I'll play the semi, but I didn't. He, like, Djokovic knows he'll say as much, right? He'll say, I didn't earn this. This has been lucky. Or unlucky. Hopefully it's nothing serious for Musetti. God. He was playing so well too. Man. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks for Musetti. Yeah, that sucks. Feels awful, yeah. Yeah, that is devastating. So shit. It happened, I think, at 1-1 in the third. 1-1 in the third, I think that's when his hip just started hurting or whatever, the groin, whatever it was. He was it seemed like he was fine up until then. About 1-1, like the first games of the third, he just... Something happened. Man. Yeah. Just nothing, I mean, nothing you could do. It's not like, could happen to anybody. How does this make you feel? You win, drew to retirement. I mean, it's got to be... I don't know if Djokovic has been up down 2-11, won by retirement. I mean, besides the Musetti 5-set match, right? But that was different because Musetti played the third and fourth, and then Djokovic won the fifth. But, retired in the fifth. Did Musetti. But this one's, this is like a... Musetti was outplaying Nole for the 2 sets, and then disaster strikes, right? Yeah. When Djokovic is in the semis, I mean, look, 12 months ago, he was the one who got injured, and he had to pull out of the semis, right? not that it's okay, and it's it's not like anybody anyone deserves anything, but 12 months ago he was the one retiring from the Australian Open semis, and now he's the one that gets into the semis due to retirement. But yeah, sucks for Musetti. I mean, Musetti's been playing so well this week. He played great against Fritz. He played great against Novak until the injury. Man. Yeah, we've got Shelton versus Sinner in an hour, but yeah, match is over. So sad. Sorry for Musetti. It's hard to beat the GOAT of tennis, though. He's old. I mean, Djokovic is. Djokovic didn't injure Musetti, right? It wasn't like that, but this is like Dimitrov last year. Yeah, it's pretty much the same hollow, numb feeling, right? He retired because of a leg injury. Man, brutal, man. Man. Sinner will win easily against Shelton and Ole. Okay, well, we'll find out. What a sad way to win. Yeah, Djokovic obviously is not celebrating this win. Can't believe it's the end. I know, right? I guess for Djokovic, on a positive note for him, he can now go figure out what that blister is and try and get it as good as possible as he can for. It's hard to get rid of a blister, but try and fix the blister for the next round. He's got his own injury, right? He's got his own wear and tear to deal with. So, but man. Yeah, the blister was nasty. Yeah. What happened to Musetti? He hurt his leg. And unfortunately had to retire. Sad to see Musetti play so brilliantly and get a freak injury to retire. I know, right? It sucks, man. This match would have been a nightmare for anyone betting on it. Yeah, well, that's what you signed up for when you bet on sports, right? Musetti retired. What did he injure? He injured his leg. Someone in the chat said he lost 35K. Well, that sucks. Is it because of his body pushing over the limits? It didn't feel like a very physical match, really. It was physical, but it didn't feel like it was over physical. Like, it didn't feel like Musetti was like over pushing himself too far. It was just normal. It was a normal physical match, and then this happens. Musetti was one set all, and this happened. You go, okay, well, and it was two sets, like two long sets, then okay. But that's the thing. It's just a freak accident, right? He just moved a little too much, or he moved to the wrong side, or he just turned the wrong way, and and something happened. They didn't show the exact moment what happened. I don't know if they could pinpoint exactly when, like what movement did it. I'm sure I'll see it later, but yeah. Yep, Djokovic won. Musetti forced to retire. What's Novak's blister situation? Will it make it better by Friday? Well, you can't really make a blister better, right? When you've got to play on it. So Djokovic is going to manage it. And he managed it okay. I mean, he managed it today, but it was still a problem. Like that blister was still a big problem for Djokovic. So, he was hitting a lot of errors today, making a lot of errors, and you think that maybe the blister had something to do with that. So, yeah. That's going to be his... he's going to have to figure that out for the next match, especially if he plays Sinner. Yeah, maybe it was something earlier and it was building. You're right. He didn't show any signs of it though until that last little bit. He seemed okay until the third, but maybe you might be right. He might have heard it in the second, but was it got worse. Yeah, I'm not going to read the comments about Djokovic being lucky or unlucky or whatever, because that's just people that don't like Djokovic getting angry. Not people that are... if you're anything, you should be sad for Musetti instead of like talking about luck. Yeah, Djokovic was lucky last year when he had to retire. Yeah, of course, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was lucky when he got kicked out of Australia in 2022 when he probably would have won the title. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Djokovic is so lucky. And you read it. Yeah, I did, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, Musetti, it sucks for Musetti. It sucks. Hopefully it's nothing serious, though. That's the big thing, right? Hopefully he's back in the next couple of weeks and it's not like a long-term injury, because sometimes these things could be 3, 4, 5 months, right? And he's got a lot of points on the clay that he needs to defend, and also possible tournaments to win on the clay. So hopefully Musetti's back sooner rather than later, but it just sucks, man. It just sucks. People have to expend 2 times as much energy against Novak, and even Alcaraz cramped and retired against Djokovic. Yeah, but that was like when Alcaraz was still coming up. That was a totally different... I mean, yes, but also, I mean, Alcaraz was a different situation. Djokovic would have won anyway, let's be honest. Did you watch this match at all? Let's be honest. You're not being honest. Come on now. I get it. You're hoping. That was a great, good for you. Keep that hope. But man, he was not going to win this match. Come on. He might have won the third. Like, he could have won the third, but coming back, he never come back from 2 sets of love down in Melbourne, and he had a big blister on his foot, and Musetti was playing really well. So, like, I don't know what you were watching. But hey, keep the faith, man. You keep the faith. Novak himself said he was going to lose. Again, you keep the faith. Father Time is tapping on Novak's shoulder. Okay. Isn't it tapping on all our shoulders all the time? Let's be honest. Let's be real. Father Time is tapping on everybody's shoulder. All the time. Nobody's stopped time yet. Or gone backwards. So... I hope Shelton wins on Sinner so Novak can have a better chance to make the final. Hey, we're going to be watching that in an hour. So Djokovic played insane first 3 rounds until that ball kid incident. Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't the ball kid incident. It was Van der Zandschulp getting under his skin. And then that happened. Tennis tickets pricey? Yeah, they are pricey. Can't you cut off a blister? What, and leave a big hole in your foot? Sure, you can go try it, but maybe go to the hospital after. He's tapping on my shoulders, knees, and back. Yeah. Yeah. Djokovic needs to get the blister under control. Well, he just needs to manage it. It's not going to get better in 2 days. He's had like 3 days off, and it's still... Because he had this problem against Van der Zandschulp, right? 3 days later, it's no better. So he's not going to get better in 2 days. He's just going to manage it better. Like, he's just got to... Well, manage it. It's not even manage it better, because he's managed it the best he can. He's just got to wrap it, and then get it re-wrapped during the match, and just hope that, it's not giving him a pain when he's playing in the semis. Hey, thank you, leadership, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. I'm a huge fan of Novak, but I admit he got lucky big time. Playing an injured Musetti is the only way Novak wins, sadly. Today, I mean, Djokovic beat Musetti a couple months ago, legitimately. Today he wouldn't have beaten Musetti if Musetti not been forced to retire, for sure. Like, Djokovic coming back from 2 sets of love down didn't feel like he was... It didn't feel like he was going to. You think Novak would have better shoes or soles? But again, I don't think it's that simple. It's not that simple in like having just better shoes. Remember, Djokovic hasn't played tennis. Yeah, he's practiced. But he hasn't played high-level tennis for a couple of months, right? And then he comes out here and he's got to play... He played 3 matches... before Menchik, and then Menchik didn't play. So you got to think, like, not being active on the tour, you're going to soften up, right? The feet are going to soften up. The hands are going to soften up. The calluses are going to fall off. Yeah, he would have been training, but, and the conditions, right? We've had some hot days, hot days on these hot courts. The shoes are going to burn out. Hello. Hey,
great
leadership.
Work as always, Cam. Thank you, Matthew Cross.
You got to change your name, your username. Thank you. Thank you, Matthew, for the donation. Appreciate that. Yes. Not yet. Down. Can Novak beat Jannik in the semis? It all depends on what happens tonight. Ask me that question in 5 hours. Dutchie, what did you send me? Just a photo of the... They're playing in an hour, right? Is that changed? Dutchie? I don't know what that... Are you sending me an update, or is it just... Is that like... They're starting an hour. I don't think that's changed. Or they pushed it back. I don't know. Do you have a sense of humor off camera? I try so hard. Do I have one on camera? I think I'm funny. Sometimes. Yeah. Sinner, that was always going to be the case, Dutchie. I don't know if you saw that on the schedule. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were. I thought it. Yeah, it was supposed to start at 7 p.m. Based on how bad Djokovic played against Musetti, his chances are 0 against Sinner. He's got to get through Sinner. Shelton's got to. He's got to beat Shelton first, right?
Cambodia.
Hey, thank you, Cambodia, for the $20. Appreciate that. Nice, thank you, Wins. Appreciate it. Zverev versus Tien, Sinner versus Spaziri. Might be the only interesting matches so far. Yeah, I know. It's been grim, hasn't it? It's been unlucky. There's been a lot of matches we've been robbed of. But we've still got the finals. The finals are set up to be, one of them's going to be good. Hopefully. Musetti retired. There's no shot he beats Sinner. Well, he's got to play Sinner first. Shelton's right there. Djokovic is 85% at best entering semi-final. Okay. Musetti hurt his leg in the third set. Imagine we get a Svitolina Pegula Shelton Zverev final. What's wrong with that? Yeah, that's not bad. And all right, we've got an hour until the next match, chat. And we are going to start on time, so I'm going to send you over there. Shelton taking on Sinner, and then we're going to go to the Philippines because the Eala's playing after that. So we're going to find out who Djokovic is going to play. Jump on over. We'll be back in about an hour to watch the final quarterfinal match. And then the semifinals are going to be set. Djokovic is in to the semifinals. Musetti having to retire with an injury. Hopefully we get an update on Musetti about the injury and what exactly happened, because it seemed a little bit, it came out of nowhere. It did come out of nowhere. But Djokovic wins 4-6, 3-6, 3-1, retirement. And he's into the semifinals of Australian Open once again.